My fellow writers, it is time we face some harsh truths. Is your writing really as good as you think it is? We work so hard on our writing, and oftentimes we think, yeah, this is pretty good. And it is for us at that time. But have you ever looked back at some of your old pieces of writing? I know I have. Like something I did 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and I'm like, ooh, I could have done that a little bit better. I have found that this question can push me perhaps to get an editor on something or to step back and work a little bit harder on the piece. To go back and say, can I make this action scene move more quickly? Am I painting the picture as well as I could? It's difficult for us to take a truly objective look at our own work. So I think this question kind of pushes us to do that a little bit better. Try to gain some distance from your work, let it sit for a few days, couple of weeks, and then come back and say, is this really as good as I think it is? Or could I be doing a lot better? Are you really living up to your potential, or do you need to do more? The cool thing about this question is that it pushes us to ask more of ourselves. There was a period, I would say a couple of years ago, when I wanted to do more writing than I was doing in the day. And at the time, this seemed like a really tall order, because I'm a full-time freelance writer, so I'm writing for clients during the day. Then I was working on my book in my off hours. I was doing blogging, I was doing guest posts, and other things for my platform building. So the idea of thinking that I could add one more writing task to the day just seemed like way too much. But I had a goal I wanted to reach, and I was determined to make it happen. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to give this a shot. And so I pushed myself, and it worked. I was able to do more, and it was funny because after doing it for, I would say, a couple of months, I stretched my muscles enough that it became easier to do more writing every day. It became kind of like it was normal. Suddenly my level of output per day increased, and I became more comfortable with that increase and realized that I had not been expecting as much of myself as maybe I should have been, that I could have been doing more than I was thinking that I could have done. Are you waiting for someone else to choose you and make your writing life successful? I did this for a long time. I thought the answer to my writing dreams was for some traditional publisher to choose me, and then voila, my whole writing life would change. If you are trying to get a traditional publishing contract, I can tell you right now that it doesn't work like that. Less than 1% of authors get plucked from the crowd to become celebrated first-time novelists published by one of the big publishers. Most of us will wither away on the vine if we wait for somebody else to choose us and make us successful. It's a much better approach to choose yourself. If you say, you know what, I'm not going to wait for all these other people to choose me and make my writing life successful. I'm going to find out how I can get my work out there, get readers, and feel like I'm pushing my writing career forward on my own. The next question that may reveal a really harsh truth. Do I really deserve the level of success that I think I do? This one really wakes me up. And I'm not talking about self-worth here. Of course, we're all worthy of whatever success that we would like to achieve. But we're not all ready yet. Usually there's a lot more time, effort, practice, education, work that goes into getting there than we think that there should be. If you are looking at some of the famous writers and thinking, gosh, I want to be there, I would challenge you to ask yourself if you are there in terms of your skills. If you're honest with yourself, usually the answer is no. It's not there yet. And that's okay. It definitely takes time to get there, and we need to give ourselves grace when it comes to that. But it does help to face this harsh reality. It does help to say, well, wait a minute. There's no sense me getting irritated or upset because I haven't reached this level of success yet, because honestly, I'm not there yet. I need more experience. I need to put out several more books. I need to become more skilled at what I'm doing. One of the things that really helped me with this is to go meet in person some of the great authors. I've met Margaret Atwood. I've met Dennis Lehane. When I was in the presence of these people, their character, their skills, their experience, their maturity as writers just emanated from them. You could just feel it being in their presence. And you realize in that moment, you know what? I'm not there yet. I hope to get there. I'm going to keep working to get there, but I'm not there yet. So it's okay where I'm at. I don't have to feel bad about this. I don't have to feel like I haven't succeeded. I can just go at my own pace and continue to work toward this goal, and that's okay. Facing this harsh reality can help you kind of let go of that self-recrimination that we can get into. I haven't succeeded here yet, so what's wrong with me? It's usually not that. It's just that we haven't given ourselves enough time to gain the skills and the maturity that we need to as writers. And the last question I have that may reveal a harsh truth, although this one is less harsh, is, are you really listening to your heart about what you want to write and do? This one can take some reflection, because I think in our chase for success, sometimes we can end up going down pathways that aren't really ours. We can see so-and-so doing such and such and becoming a success, and we start giving that a try thinking that will work, and maybe we experience some success with that, but then it could be that you turn around and look and say, well, wait a minute, I don't really like doing this. That can easily happen, especially if you're trying new things, which you should be doing for your author platform or your writing career. Sometimes those things aren't going to work for you, even if they might work to sell a few books for a while or to get you some more subscribers or whatever it might be. If you don't enjoy doing it, if it doesn't excite you, then it's not something you're going to be able to continue to do for any long period of time. If you're feeling like your heart isn't into it, then face that harsh truth that you're probably not going the right way, and you need to take some time and reflect and say, what is it I really want? What would make me thrilled to be doing right now? These are the 5 questions that help me. I hope they'll be helpful to you. If you've ever asked yourself these questions, or if you ask yourself one of these, tell me your answers in the comments. I'd just love to hear what you come up with. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.